We begin by mixing the sifted flour and the lemon rind, and we put the sugar. So we mix the ingredients together so they come all together. We put in the margarine and we start to work the flour and the sugar, the lemon rind and the margarine together till it comes into a consistency of breadcrumbs, more or less. So you work the mixture together that looks like breadcrumbs, sort of like all crumbled up, and once that is ready, you put a hole in the middle, and we will put the egg yolks in the mixture. We work the mixture together, the eggs into the flour and the sugar and the lemon rind and the margarine together. Again, we put a hole in the middle to put the orange juice. I like to use orange juice because it makes the dough like a cookie dough. So you put the orange juice in and you work the dough together till it forms together into a shape of a ball, more or less. I put it on the counter and I'll start to work it out. Um, I like to split the dough in half as it is easier for me to manage it. So I will work half of it and I will shape it till it comes into a shape of a ball and the dough is nice and smooth. And I will work the other half of the dough. Again, I will try to work it out till it comes nice and smooth, and I will form it into a shape of a ball. Once that is ready, I am going to get it ready to put in the fridge. So we shape it into the two balls. I put the dough in the plastic bag and we put it in the fridge for an hour because the dough has to rest for 1 hour in the fridge. In the meantime, while I have the dough in the fridge, I put the oven on, take the dough out of the fridge. I like to use parchment paper as it makes it easier for me to open the dough, and we cut the dough of one of the balls in half and we'll start to roll it out to have the length of the shape of what we are going to do. Today, the figolla I am going to be doing is the shape of a man, so I have to have the length of the shape I am going to be cutting, and you roll the dough to the length of the shape you have. So the shapes I got them all from Malta, and we are going to cut the shape of the man. So now we make sure that the length is good, and we will put the shape on top of the dough. We press it down and we take the excess dough, so we have underneath the shape of the man that we are going to make the figolla. So now I have a pan already covered with parchment paper. I like to use the spatulas, two spatulas myself, because it makes it easier to lift the dough out from the parchment paper to put into the baking pan. And out of this we have to cut two now. We have one for the bottom and one we have to cut for the top. In the middle we are going to put the almond filling, So we start by mixing the icing sugar and the ground almonds together, and we combine the two of them together. So we mix the two ingredients together, and we put a hole in the middle, obviously, and we beat the egg whites. I have the almond, um, pure almond extract, or um, whatever you like to use. I like to use the orange flower water. Use the quantity that you like. It's all about the taste that you like. You beat them with the egg whites. You put a hole in the middle again, and you put the egg whites with the icing sugar and the almonds. You mix it together and to combine all the ingredients together. Now the consistency of the almond filling, it shouldn't be too soft or too hard. So you mix them together, and we're going to be putting some of this mixture on top of the bottom dough that we already cut. So over here we mixed the ingredients together, and we're going to start to put a bit on the dough. So as you can see, I'm putting the mixture of the almond on top of the dough. Try not to spread it too much towards the edges because you don't want it to come out on you. Leave it more towards the center. I like to put quite a bit in the bottom of the dough, and put two in the head part, so whoever is going to take the piece of the head will have the filling too. So you spread it in the on the dough, and you cut. We're gonna prepare to cut for the top part of the dough. So we start by rolling the other part of the dough to have the length of the shape of the man again. So again, we take the excess dough from the outside of the shape, and we're going to be lifting the top half to put on the bottom part that we have with the almond filling. So we are I pick the dough up, and we are going to put it on the bottom half. Try to match the two shapes together on top of each other, and we start by pressing the edges so the mixture doesn't come out. So we press a little bit with our finger the edges all the way around. In the meantime, I already have the oven warmed up, so we get the figolla ready to put into the oven. So we put the figolla in for 30 minutes or till it is golden brown. So now we're going to get it out of the oven. As you can see, it is the golden brown the 30 minutes, and we are going to let the figolla cool down till it's ready for the icing. I have the shapes. These paper heads I have are from Malta that my sister got me. One of the figoli I make is the fish for my son. I only make one because it reminds me of my father, who used to sell